Boom, boom.
This is Zanaya.
It's the righteous vigilante Jamon Creek, and you're tuning in to Minds Wide Open. Hey, yo, check it out. This is Namestream, never mainstream. You're tuning in to Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You are now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.
Yes, sir. You already know what time it is, man. It's Gabe Avelli. We back at the Florida Vibe Directory. We got a very, very, very special interview today. Who I got in the building?
Yo, Jorgeh, Gourmet Jorge, George, whatever you want to call me. I got many names, bro.
How you feeling today, brother?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
So you emphasized to us before we even get started, we have to say it. You said this was going to be your first and only interview.
This is my first and only interview. Not doing no more after this. Next interview I do is going to be some national platform, because, I want to get my point across one way. I don't want to spread my shit across a bunch of different things. I want everybody to just tap into this if they want to know more, and we're going to keep it like that.
I respect it, though. I respect it.
My first question is, what are you mad about today?
Shit, what am I mad
Jokers, he
about
tweets
today?
that every day.
Yeah, what y'all mad about today? What we mad about? I'm kind of mad. Nah, let me not say that. We just talking about it in the car. There's an album that came out that everybody's fucking with, and we just decided on the way here that's kind of mid. You know?
I'm not mad at you. I mean, if we're talking about the same album, I feel like you got to give it just time.
Yeah.
I wasn't the hugest fan of it. I feel like we're talking about the exact same thing.
Yeah, it has to be.
I wasn't the biggest fan of it at first, but I just, I was like, I like the couple songs that I like, and I'm gonna just let it ride. Yeah. I literally listened to it one time, and I went straight to Babytron new shit.
Yeah.
Like Ben Ripper 3 is the truth.
I got to tap into that. People keep saying that name to me.
Bro, he's one of my favorite rappers right now, and the reason is just because he's a balance of lyrical shit, also a splash of funny, but then also he has them stupid I'm flexing on you shit and on your bars too. You feel me?
Shit.
Exactly. So I like the combination of that, man. But we ain't come to talk about my playlist, dog. So let's start it from the beginning here, man. What was your early life like?
All right, so let's see, man. I moved to Miami in '94 from DR. I was born in Santo Domingo.
Que lo que, ya tú sabes, wow, wow, wow.
That's my brother here.
Yes,
we got some
sir.
Dominicans in the building.
Always.
So, we moved to Miami in '94. Our plane was the last plane to land when we landed the same day Hurricane Andrew hit.
Sheesh.
Our plane was one of the last ones to land.
And how old were you when you got here?
I was 4.
Sheesh.
4. Yeah, 4.
Right when the memories start.
Yeah, exactly. So funny story is one of the only things I remember about that day, bro. The night before, I was at my grandma's house, and I fell down the fucking steps, bro, in the middle of the night, right? And I had a big ass gash on my forehead. And in the picture, we took a picture in the Miami airport, and it's me and my siblings and shit. And you see me with vapor rub on my forehead and shit, cause I had banged it up. So
gotta get the vapor rub on there.
You already know.
Trust me.
So so we moved to Miami. Then we moved to Broward, and then from there, bro, I just moved around to a lot of places. I lived in New York, I lived in Jersey, I lived in Boston for a little bit. Been around up and down the East Coast.
So you mentioned that you were with your siblings. So how many siblings you got?
So I got 3. I got an older brother, my brother Vinny, and I got 2 sisters. They both live in Brooklyn right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're the youngest?
Yeah, I am the youngest. Yeah, facts.
Do you feel because I'm the youngest too? Do you feel as being the youngest that we be getting judged?
Oh, absolutely. Well, we also get away with everything,
God.
bro.
Facts.
We get away with everything because, by the time I had 3 other siblings, they were tired by the time I came along.
Right.
And I'm the youngest, so I got babied, so I was the wildest. I got in the most trouble.
Right. So
in school and shit, but never at home,
I felt that. Now, how much of an influence were your siblings on you growing up?
So the way it was, since it's 2 boys, 2 girls, me and my brother are real close, but he's the oldest. The 2 girls are in the middle, so me and my brother are real close, and then my sisters are real close. But then we're all cool though. Like we all get along with each other. So
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So let's fast forward a little bit, man. So like, around when did you like really start to grow appreciation for music?
I want to say, bro, before I could even speak English, I was listening to The Chronic by Dr. Dre, like on repeat, just playing it. This was probably 95, 96.
So that's what taught you English?
Pretty much that and TV, just watching TV with the captions.
Facts.
And that's how I learned English. And so, like, with the Dr. Dre album, I'll just keep listening to it. I never heard music like that before. Like, I'm coming from, like, and, like, my favorite artist around that time was Michael Jackson. So when I'm listening to Dr. Dre and Snoop, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like,
This is way different.
yeah, like the music, the bounce, everything was different. Their flow, their voices, the videos. Like, and I just fell in love with this shit from there. And that's been my shit since, just rap. Like, every
Facts.
day just searching for it, looking for it, watching videos, watching Rap City, watching 106 in Park. Like, and I just been hooked ever since, bro.
Now, you mentioned that English wasn't your first language and you learned it through music. Now, did you ever have a problem where, like, you know, like certain things are said in a song and they could mean a certain thing? Like, did you ever, like, in, like, your real life, like, use, like, terms that were used in songs a certain way and try to, like, fit it in if you were like, nah, bro, that's not what that's supposed to mean type
Absolutely,
shit?
bro. And I used to get in trouble for saying certain shit. That will emulate a lot of shit. That's what you do when you're that age.
Especially, like, that influential age.
And you're new to a new culture. You're in America. You emulate everything.
Facts.
So at one point, I wanted to be a ninja because I was watching fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like I would just emulate everything. So I'll be in school, like, saying the slang and shit, like West Coast slang and New York slang.
Mixing
and we're
it all
in
up.
South Florida. So it's like I had to get with, like, by the time I got to middle school, I kind of started figuring out, like, oh, like, South, West, Northeast type shit.
Like,
you know
there
what
was
I'm saying?
different regions
Exactly.
to the country. It
And,
wasn't
like,
just
the
all.
shit that's cool there is not cool here. But it's just different cultures. I didn't understand. I thought America was just America, like how DR is just DR.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So thought it was all the same. I didn't understand the subregions of the country. You know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely hear you. Now, prior to becoming a manager, did you have any, like, other aspirations, like, for yourself, like, you know, being an artist or anything like that?
Yeah, I started out making beats. Well, I started out rapping in 4th grade.
Oh, shit.
I wrote my first rap. And then I started making beats in, like, 8th grade, 7th,
Okay.
8th grade.
Damn. And what kind of programs were you using?
Fruity
during that?
Loops. The original Fruity Loops.
Really?
At that. A cracked one, yeah. I had Fruity Loops and I had a Cool Edit Pro. And this had to be 99, bro. Like,
Sheesh.
literally. And the way I found it was I was on the internet and I'm looking for music, so I typed rap music and Ask Jeeves or some shit.
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah, whatever it was back then. So I get on there and I type it in. I type rap music and a forum pops up, like a message board. I don't know if y'all remember back then.
I'm a sneakerhead, so I already know about the
like
forums.
Nike Talk and all that
Yep.
shit. Yeah, like at that time it was message boards. It wasn't social media like that.
Facts.
So I found rapmusic.com and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? So I go in there and it's people battling, like rappers battling each other.
Damn.
Producers like posting beats. And that's how I got into, oh shit, they're making music like by themselves at home. Then I figured out, oh, there's software I could download. And I get on LimeWire and shit. I'm downloading crack programs, fucking my computer.
So
up.
LimeWire had Fruity Loops and shit on there?
Yeah.
LimeWire was
'Cause,
a torrent, bro. We just went through this today.
yeah.
I didn't know that you could actually get programs. I thought it was just like
Yeah, you get anything,
entertainment
bro.
shit.
You would look up, you would get a program, you would download it, and it'd be a fucking video. And, like, it was
Yep.
weird like that. But, like, you would get lucky when you would find, like, the program will be the program crack. All the
Ready to go.
Yeah, all the plugins, all that shit. So I started with the original Fruity Loops and Cool Edit Pro. I would chop up. I started sampling because at that time sampling was dope. Like,
It was like the biggest thing.
yeah, the Blueprint just came out and shit. Like, Kanye West is kind of bubbling at that time. Just Blaze is coming out. So I'm super, and Dipset was like kind of bubbling, Cameron. And so I'm just sampling. Like, I don't know how to play shit. I'm just sampling records and putting drum loops on them or making drum patterns. And
Now,
it just started from there.
what were you sampling at that time? Or were you just looking for like similar to what was popping?
Yeah, soul shit. I would just, because at that time it was soul samples. So I would just type 1960s soul, and then I would just download everything.
That's dope.
Or I would go to like, what's a FYE at that time, and I
Okay.
would like buy a old what now? Like they have like essential playlists on the DSPs. Back then they would have like a CD.
Like I see what you're
with
saying.
all
Like
the classics.
Yeah,
on it. Yeah,
I see what
so
you're saying. Like
I would cop those, and I would just look for samples on those. And as I got more and more into it, I realized, I could find these samples online. Like once we started like Napster and shit, once we started downloading MP3s, I figured out, I don't need to buy these shits no more. I could just go and find them. And I don't even got to rip them no more. Like I could just download them. They're on my computer.
And you could do whatever you want.
So, and then I've been hooked ever since, bro.
Damn. So do you still occasionally like produce some shit, or you're completely done with that?
I'm more in the producer in the sense of post-production. Like I might link you with somebody that made the beat. We might get the beat. I might change some stuff in the beat. I'm there for mixing the session. I'm adding the sound effects. Like I'm more into that, like polishing it.
Right.
I'd rather let the artist and the producer do their thing. But I do want to get back into making beats for sure. But it's like right now I'm stretched.
I mean, if you were to come back, this would kind of be a good time for that style that you have. It's going crazy.
Yeah.
I think there is also a deficit of people looking to executive produce things, though.
Exactly. That's exactly how I got into that role. Because I'm like, everybody's rapping, making beats. Nobody's like, hey, this is how you press up a CD. This is how you get it online. This artwork.
No new Rick Rubens, it seems like.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I had to figure that shit out on my own. And then once I did that, it was like, I could show you how to press up your CDs and we could sell them, or I could show you how to
So you were doing that during that time.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's when I figured out, I could do this too.
So tell us about your first experience in a managerial position.
My first experience, I was in like, we were boys, so it wasn't like no titles, but I was working with an artist named It's Neat. And he was from Albany, New York. And he moved down here just so he could be closer to us down here. And I started working with him. This had to be 2002, 2003, 2004, around that time. And that's when I first got into, I know this producer. Had a producer send a pack of beats. I'll give him the nick. I'll be like, you should rap on this one. And we would like navigate the folders and pick songs, and I would sit in the room while he's writing the raps and all, and like I'll be like, yeah, that's hard, or we should do this, and that's how I kind of got into I could really do this for real, and I would help him put together projects. But with Tim, since we were friends, nobody wanted to like put a label on anything to like be like, I'm your boss or I work for you type of shit.
Right.
So
do you think that affected the growth of?
Oh, absolutely. Because when it came time to like, when shit started getting serious and they're asking questions like, who are the producers on this thing? You're leaving me out of it. Like, you're leaving me out of the credits. I'm putting money into it. I'm not getting no money back.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah, that was my first real learning experience. And like with that artist, bro, we did a mixtape with DJ Khaled. We did 2 mixtapes with Briscoe.
Not Briscoe.
Yeah, we had this before he got locked up and all that.
When he used to be on the end of the DVD Bandits DVDs?
Yeah, like around that time when he was bubbling. Like, we used to be in Po' Boy. We, rest in peace, G12. We had a situation at Po' Boy. And unfortunately, G12, which is Briscoe's cousin, and he's related to E-Class, he passed away suddenly and unexpectedly, and that was the end of it. Like, we never heard from E-Class again.
Damn.
Yeah, and then from there, we just had to figure it out again. Like, how could we get hot again? We just spent all this bread on all these features and studio time.
You guys had features from, like, all, like...
Cool G Rap, Project Pat.
G Rap?
Yeah, Graph. Yeah, like, and this is from emails. From emailing them.
Because that was like early on in that time that if you were to send one and it looked serious enough,
serious, formatted properly, like
they would
no
respond.
Grammatical errors, like, and the key is, and this is a gem, I'm gonna give y'all a free gem.
I'm writing it down.
When you approach an established artist for a feature, you need to have all your shit situated. The beat you're gonna use, preferably have the song already recorded with their gap in it, and say, hey, I got $1,000 for you right now. What they're going to do is they're going to come back and say, we can only do $5,000. And you say, look, bro, I could Western Union you this $1,000 right now. And I got the song ready. All you got to do is go in the studio and rap on it. 9 times out of 10, they're sitting in the studio fucking doing nothing.
Anyways.
They're going to say, fuck it, pull it up. Let's do the verse. You hit them with the Western Union, you get the track back. And we did that so many times. It was risky. They could have ran off with the bread.
And it didn't happen?
Never happened.
Wow.
Not once.
What was the artist that you felt the most like, yo, I don't know if it's going to go through with
Freck Billionaire, bro.
Yo! West Philly Freck?
Yeah, that's a name y'all haven't heard in a minute, huh? Freck Billionaire, bro.
Yo.
We did a few joints with him, and the first joint, he sent it back right away. Mm-hmm. The second joint, we had to chase him down for it.
Damn.
And this is around the time, like, because, you know, he's like a Christian rapper now and
I
shit.
didn't even know that. I know
This
he
was right
with like
before that.
he was with like with Fab
Yeah,
on like the
Street Fam and
mixtapes and shit.
Yeah, he was on all the mixtapes. And he was dope. Like, the one-liners, he was dope.
Yeah.
You know, like, he had good verses. But
Definitely.
yeah, that was the one where we were like, damn, like, he might have ran off with this bread. It was like $500.
But still.
But
right?
we were broke. And
especially
we were
during
young.
those times, bro. Like with inflation, that is the $5,000.
Facts.
Yo,
Yeah, bro.
hold on before we fast forward again. What was like working with G-Rap like?
Well, G-Rap just sent us the verse.
Like
I'm not even gonna cap. Yeah, he just sent it. But to get a verse from G-Rap is like, I didn't think it was gonna happen. And
Right.
then when we got it, it was like, we're listening to it, we're like, oh, this is a real original verse. Like, they didn't just send us a cappella. Like, this is an actual
Like, he
G-Rap.
actually
He
did
wrote
that.
to this beat.
he did that.
And sent it, yeah, for $1,000, bro. And I shouldn't be putting these numbers in, but
I mean, but this is years ago.
yeah,
so
this
it's
was
like,
over 10 years ago. So
Yeah.
you know, all these numbers changed. Like,
for a fact.
yeah, but
Now-
that's probably my favorite feature. That and I gotta say the Project Pat. 'Cause,
Dog, that's a legend.
yeah, 2 legends. Yeah,
That's
2
crazy.
super legends.
And like
for
the
sure.
Pat thing, just straight through the email.
Everything was through emails, bro.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, emails and phones. Like when we did the joint with Graph, I had to deal with Chaz Williams, rest in peace. Legendary dude in New York and Queens. Like, I mean, if you look him up, his history's nuts. And like, I had to send him to Western Union. I'm like, damn, I'm really about to send Chaz Williams fucking $800. Like, this is crazy. I already knew who he was at that point.
Right.
And like, just the fact that I'm communicating with him made me realize, oh, this industry's small.
It's
Like, if you're prepared and you're ready to like put the pressure on people, you could get there. Like, you could get in contact with these people. They're not like
thank
these
you.
like hard to reach people and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, it's a small industry at the end of the day.
Dog,
So-
that is fucking crazy.
and
dude.
like the more features you get, the easier it is to get other features because they look at it like, oh, like look, he did shit with Khaled, he did shit with
like the credits are nice, so it could get you in the door.
yeah. So they feel like, oh, he's not bullshitting, he's really working and he's really doing features and shit. You know,
So before because I could talk about this era all day with you, bro.
yeah, let's go.
Now, what was like the Khaled situation? Like the same thing through emails or
Through
like
email, we with Khaled, we talked. Hold on, let me hit this joint one time. With Khaled, we spoke to I can't recall his name, but it's like his right hand man, like the guy that handles all this shit. He answers the emails and all that. Damn, I wish I could remember his name because he ain't have to hit his back, but he did. So we talked to him. The rate for Khaled at that time was $5K to
Sheesh.
host a mixtape.
and this is like we the best like peak
We went to We the Best Studio. This is before I'm on one, but he was like
before
still
Brown Paper
Khaled.
Bag or during that era.
Right before that.
Ooh.
Yeah, right before he went on his major run.
So this is like holla at me, baby, Khaled.
But Khaled was Khaled already. Like
Facts.
he was already putting
he
together.
was on the
these-
radio for sure. And
Oh,
shit
he
like
was
that.
off 99 Jams, I think. By then.
Damn.
Yeah, like you would hear his McDonald's commercials.
Yo,
But-
you just unlocked a memory in my brain about that shit, bruh.
The funniest commercials ever. Go YouTube.
Please.
DJ Khaled McDonald's
Please,
commercials.
bruh.
You will fucking laugh, bro.
I love the McDouble. Sometimes I get like 6. You're like, what the fuck?
So funny, bro. So yeah,
That was during that time.
during that time, so we hit up his assistant. He said $5K, pull up at We the Best. We pulled up with a literally a brown paper bag full of like $20 bills, and we're like, yo, here. And then we're waiting in the studio. They're like, all right, go to the studio. Khaled will be here in a minute. Go to the studio, and Khaled just walks in.
Damn.
Immediately says, yo, pull up the joint. Like, just immediately ready to go. There was a Fat Boy was there. He's still with Khaled. He's like, Fat Boy, roll me a joint. Play the music. Let's go. And, like, he just got straight to it. We played him, like, 4 joints. He's like, all right, I'm fucking with it. What y'all need me to do on this? And then we told him, like, bro, like, just talk your shit. Like, it was an interlude. Like, just say our name. It was, like, basically him hosting. So we had him do, like, one long rant, and then we would just chop it up and put it throughout the mixtape.
Smart.
Yeah, and then that way, it was like hosted by Khaled, but he didn't have to go through every song to do it.
That's smart, though. That's very, very fucking
and
smart.
it was effective and it was efficient.
Now, during that time, or how are you guys getting like the money to make all this happen? Like, I just had to ask, you know.
Yeah, I feel you because that's a lot of money. Like when you start breaking, but that's kind of what led to the falling out with me and It's Neat was the money shit. It became like I'm broke. Like, what are we doing for money? Like, I don't even got money to eat right now, bro.
Damn.
We like pressing up 1,000 CDs and having a hard time selling them.
So
like,
y'all were having trouble selling the CDs, like
absolutely
at the
yeah.
swap shop and shit like
everywhere. We would go to Las Olas, Sawgrass, anywhere in Miami. Like, and it was people don't want to buy CDs. That's what I realized real early. People don't want to buy CDs. They'll take a free CD. They don't want to buy one though.
Right.
And
I mean, that era was kind of like
the CDs were phasing out. You still had them in your car, but iPods were out.
Facts.
And MP3 players were out. So, like, nobody wants to buy a fucking CD, bro.
So once like the money started to kind of come up short,
then now we fighting over dumb shit. We're not fighting over money, but we're displacing our anger about being broke and the shit not working on each other.
Wow.
And it got to a point where it was just toxic, toxic friendship. And we just had to amicably just, look, bro, like we tried. We did our best. We put like 8 years in a row, no breaks. And it didn't work out.
8 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like we went hard, bro. And it didn't work out.
And does he still rap to this day?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Bet. So then what was like the next chapter of, you know, your career like?
So after that I was hanging around West Palm Beach a lot. My girl lived up there. We're not together anymore, but the girl I was with at the time lived up there. So I was just hanging out there a lot. I kind of took a break from music. And then from there, I moved to New York. I moved to Queens. I was in Jackson Heights, and I was in, like, Kew Gardens and shit. And once I moved up there, and she got a job being a flight attendant, right?
Right.
So she got based in JFK.
Right.
So I moved up there to help support her and shit. Like, they don't get paid shit. Flight attendants don't get paid shit. They're all broke. So I went up there to help her and shit, and then I just stayed. I ended up living there. And I didn't do nothing music related. I just took a break. I was burnt out.
After after 8 years of doing
intense, every day, brainstorming and listening.
And on top of that, feeling like you're that close.
Yeah.
For that long, you know.
Exactly.
I can't even imagine like the mental effects that, you know, you're probably going through. So during the break, like you were just, you know, just doing it up regularly.
Just traveled, bro. Like she was a flight attendant, so I flew for free. I was on her flight benefits, so I went all over the country. I took 5 years off. I went to every major city in America. Was all over the Caribbean and shit. I was just living, bro, just experiencing life. You know what I'm saying? Which was much needed. Like, I'm glad I did that.
I mean, after 8 years, I mean, shit, you take 5, it's not that bad. So now what was the thing that made you believe in doing music again?
Shout out to Trav. That's DQ's brother. DQ's over here in the corner rolling up joints. Yo. Sir DQ. So Trav's brother, I came down from New York one time randomly. So I would just come down randomly, come see my mom and my dad and shit. So I pull up down here on a random weekend, and Trav's like, yo, I'm in the studio with my cousin, which comes to find out they're not really cousins, but they're like family friends, which they might as well be cousins. You know how we
Caribbean
do.
cousins.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. I'm going to keep that.
Yeah.
That's fire. Yeah, so they're Caribbean cousins, right? Mercy, Music by Mercy, and Trav. So I pull up to the studio, and I remember this clear as day. Mercy's recording Bulletproof Porsche with Big Twin from Queensbridge. Shout out to Big Twin.
Wait. Like twin?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Oh, shit.
That fuck with Nas and them.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were doing that joint, and I pull up, and I'm saying, I didn't say shit. I didn't say a word. I said, because I know what it's like for a stranger to come in your session and start talking about shit. It's like, bro, you just got here.
Right.
You don't even know what we're doing. So I just sat on the couch. I'm just listening. I'm listening. We get back in the car. I'm like, yo, he's kind of dope, bro, but I feel like we could do this or he could do that. And it just from there, like, I was like, yo, you know what, Trav, fuck it. I'm going to help you out, manager and Mercy. Like, I feel like I could add something to this. And I'm just doing it for the love because I just love music. I love creating music. I love all that shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to help you out. And then little by little, it turned into an everyday thing. And then I took over kind of managing Mercy after that. Like, we started with Swamp Thing. This was in, what year was Swamp Thing, DQ? 2016. And I flew down for one of those sessions. And then they recorded everything. And then they sent me all the songs. And Mercy had a photo shoot. And they sent me all the photos and shit, and I'm just sitting there. I'm walking around New York City listening to it, flipping through my phone, looking at the pictures, and I'm like, I got it. And I put together the whole, if you go look at the Everglades sessions on SoundCloud, and you go look at Swamp Thing, you see it all correlates. It's all a theme. It's all, the music sounds kind of the same. Like I did the sequencing, like all that type of shit. So I started with that, and then from there, I was like, yeah, I'm back. Like, this is what I want to do.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I wanted to ask you about being a manager. Well, first I want to ask you, what's the best part to you about being a manager?
I'm naturally a generous person. So for me, I just like helping people, bro. Like, I like being able to contribute and adding a perspective that comes from experience and from wisdom of being around this shit for so long. Like, I could tell you what not to do because I did that. You don't got to do that. Like, I failed there. Don't go there. Let's try this and let's try that. And, like, I got to say that's my favorite part. That and just having the finished product done. Like getting it back from the master and being like, oh, shit, we got another one.
The satisfaction of completion.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, tell the people about some of the unseen sacrifices of being a manager.
Oh, man. Your time is not yours. You get no days off. You're the de facto investor, therapist, chauffeur, all that shit. The gopher at the studio. I'm not above, oh, y'all need waters? Bet. I'm going to run to the store. What else, y'all? Y'all want food? Bet. I'm going to go get pizzas. Like, I'm not above that.
Even though you have the credentials to be above that.
Yeah, I could be in the studio and be like, nah, yo, I ain't doing that shit. Someone, like, I could, for what?
Right.
Like, if everybody's working, if DQ's rolling up, I'm not going to stop him from rolling up to go get, I'm going to say, nah, I'm going to go. Fuck it. So, like, I'm not above, like, I feel like that's ego shit. Like, not wanting to, like you feel like you're getting looked down upon or some shit because somebody asked you to go get something. Like,
no, I definitely.
Yeah, like, that's stupid. So,
no, I definitely.
That's pretty much it, bro. Like, you got to understand you're working for somebody, but you're also working together. Mm-hmm. But you also, like, have to steer these artists in the right direction. You got to make sure their mental health is good. At the end, you can't just be cracking the whip all the time. Like, you got to go out to eat. You got to go kick it. You go spend birthdays together and all that. Like, you want to get somewhat close to them and just understand how they think. And, like, bro, like, I go to sleep thinking about this shit. I wake up thinking about, like, when it's album time, like, I'm spending, you could look at my Apple Music. I'm listening to shit for, like, hundreds of hours before it ever drops. I'm every day on repeat, like, writing notes, like, we could do this with that. We could, and that's the shit that the time commitment is insane. But when you love something, you don't feel that.
Right.
When it feels like how somebody loves gaming or some shit, like, they might spend 5 hours a day playing Call of Duty, but it don't feel like it because they just love doing that shit. Thanks. And it's the same with music for me. Like, I'll sit around and do this shit all day. I'll actually pay to do this, which I have. Like, I haven't made no serious money off of music yet. Mm-hmm. I'm still, like, it's still an investment at this point. I have not recouped. If we're going back to the It's Neat days, I'm still in the red by a lot. You know what I'm saying? But
felt that.
I'm going to keep going, though.
You have to, you have to, because it's very important what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And everybody quits. That's like what I tell all my artists. Everybody quits. The ones that didn't make it, they quit.
Yep.
Everybody quits, bro.
That's a fact.
If you stay on your shit, you stay consistent, you're going to get to where you want to go.
Now, I wanted to ask you this. What attracts you to an artist? Like, what makes you see somebody and be like, oh, I could fuck with them. I could do something with that.
First off, I'm a music guy, so for me, it's the music. It starts there. Once the music's there, I'm like, all right, let's go see a video. I want to see a video. I want to make sure you're not, like, awkward. You could dress a little bit, like, you're sociable, like, you've been outside. You're not, like, a hermit, which I'm not opposed to those artists either because they have their own way of doing shit, but I like to see what is this person about. Like, then I try to see if I know anybody they know. I might pull up to a show if they're actively performing. Like, I like to dig deep. Like, with Mikey, I found Mikey in, like, 2017, bro. I didn't start managing Mikey till 6 months ago.
Really?
Like, officially.
Okay. Now, I love that we were going there because that's literally my next question is, like, how did that whole situation really come together?
So I had been watching Mikey forever, since 2017. So whenever I would go into a meeting, like, because I actively apply at A&R positions, I hit up all the labels, everybody, like, all the time. This is what I do in my free time. I'm sending emails. So I'm always including him in my emails. Always, always, always. And then I got an email back this year from Jorgeh Hollywood. He signed a QC.
Shout out to Jorgeh Hollywood.
Yeah, shout out to Hollywood. And Skip on the beat.
Shout out to Skip too.
And they heard my list. He didn't even listen to it. He just said, "Yeah, I saw you were from Broward. I looked at your email. It looked professional. I clicked the first link. The dude sounded like he could rap. So I was like, fuck it, bring him in. Let's see what he got." Like, it wasn't even like, it's just the presentation was there, and that got me in the door. So once I got the green light for that, I pulled up to their studio, and I'm playing them 12 artists, like, in a row, like, mad different artists, 3-4 songs each, videos, all that shit. And Mikey was the first artist I played. Then we go through the whole list. It was intentional, too, because I knew he was the best one. We go through the list. They're like, yeah, all these dudes is cool, but let's go back to that first guy. I think that dude was dope. And then we go back to him, and we just start running through his catalog. And they're like, shit, let's bring him in. Let's see if we could do something. So I hit up Mikey. I hit up DQ, actually, to hit up Mikey. Even though, like, we had spoke on the random shit.
So you weren't even, like, really close to him?
Nah, DQ had interviewed him already, all that shit.
So, but you were just advocating for him
and I had been watching him from afar, yeah. Like, I knew he was special.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm the type of manager, bro, I will not approach you if I don't think I could do something for you.
I felt that.
I don't want to just be your manager.
You don't want to sell a dream to somebody.
Yeah, and I don't want to, like, just be like, a lot of people, especially a lot of managers, like aspiring managers, they do this shit for the look. They do this shit for the title. They want to put it in their bio. And so, like, I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Right.
Like, I want to be able to provide something. I want to be able to contribute. So once I had an actual situation to bring them into.
So they brought him in for the first session, and then that's where I'm Just Being Honest came from?
Exactly.
Wow.
Session 1, yeah.
Wow.
We did, like, he did 2 songs with Hollywood that ain't come out. And then he did Being Honest. Mm-hmm. And Skip was there. Everybody was there. One of their producers, Chris, shout out to Chris, he's super dope. Mm-hmm. He just dropped a project too. Super, super dope, bro. He made a beat on the spot that was incredible, bro, in like 5 minutes.
Wow. And
Mikey gets on that shit and kills it. Mm-hmm. And then we're all listening to that, and then Skip walks in, and then everybody starts playing beats. And Mikey just starts, right? If you hear that beat, it switches like 3 times.
It does, actually, yes.
And all 3 of those beats were just different beats they were playing.
Wow.
And then somebody had the idea, like, yo, what if we just add all these beats together and just rap through the shit? I don't know who said that, but shout out to you, because that shit was fire.
Wow.
And that session, out of that session came that. And so through that situation, I'm going back and forth with Hollywood. And by this time, I'm managing 2 other artists. I'm managing C. Francis out of Newark. Shout out to C. Francis.
Shout out to C. Francis.
And I was managing Mercy.
Still.
And so you know who C. Francis is?
No.
Okay.
Yo, but shout out to Mercy. I feel like we haven't shouted out Mercy yet.
Yeah, shout out to Mercy. Mercy's the originator of this whole shit. Without Mercy, I wouldn't be doing this shit.
Right.
For real. Like, I would not. And so I'd probably still be in New York right now. Most likely.
Damn.
So I'm going back and forth with Hollywood about Mikey and shit, and we're like chopping it up. They want to sign him. They want to manage him. I find out he's got a manager already.
Ice Cat.
Yeah. He already had a manager, so I had to like, and shout out to him. He was man enough to be like, their relationship kind of ran its course, and he was man enough to step to the side. So we get him out of that deal, so now he's a free agent.
So he's not with 430? Or he's still,
he is,
he's still
but as
with,
a rapper, though.
Yeah.
He's like just an affiliate.
Like he's in the group. Like
yeah, that's his family. He fuck with them all the time. Like
For sure.
Rob Banks and all them other dudes over there. Like, he fuck with them heavy. And them the guys, like, that's Broward shit. So I don't never want to step on toes. I don't want to beef over an artist like that, especially like y'all was already working. So I just hit him up like, bro, like, look, we could do these things for you. What's up with your manager? Like, is he going to be able to work with us? Is he going to step aside? Blah, blah, blah. And they came to an understanding that he would step aside. And so Mikey was a free agent. So now I'm going back to Hollywood like, bro, I got him out the deal. Like, let's go. Let's pull the trigger on it. And they're still kind of like dragging their feet a little bit. Let's do another session. So then we did like 2 more sessions. Out of that came Hatchling and Slasher. And the one that just dropped, Unhinged.
No, that one was crazy. We played that one on Proximity this Saturday.
Yeah, super crazy record. Shout out to J-Rock. He mixed that. He mixed and mastered that. And shout out to Saki. He made the beat. He's a part of Bounce House. Bounce House is their production group. It's Skip on the Beat. It's Jordan Hollywood. It's Satori. Chris, Saki, and Low Key is a girl out of West Palm. She's super dope.
Wow.
Super talented. And so, yeah, we're going back and forth. They're kind of dragging their feet. We're doing sessions and shit, and everybody's getting, on our side, we're getting a little restless because it's like, yo, we want to go. We want to shoot content. I'm coming up with a content schedule for Mikey. We were going to go crazy on TikTok, all that shit. And it just kept being like next week or I'm busy this week and that. And then one day I linked up with Mikey at Cistron Marketplace, and we just getting some beers and shit. We just hanging out. And like I just offhand, I was like, yo, I'm probably going to be your manager. Like I'm not just saying that, but that's probably what's going to happen from here.
Right.
And he was like, all right. Like, we have just a joke kind of. And then like a week later, it was like, fuck it, let's lock in. Like, it's taking a little bit of time over here with Hollywood, but I feel like we could do something. We got a good chemistry. We get along. I got producers. We got the studio. Like, fuck it, let's just work. And then we just started working from there.
Wow.
And that grew into, yo, I want you to be my manager type. Like, I never asked him, let me be your manager.
So he was...
he just saw that
you
you
presented your value and then let him make the decision.
Exactly, which is how aspiring managers, I would advise you to go that route. Like, show them what you could do. Provide some value. Bring something to the table.
Right.
Don't just say, I know how to talk to people.
Act and then speak.
Exactly. Just show your worth. And I feel like that should go for a lot of people. Like, there's a lot of talking going on, a lot of fronting for Instagram and all that shit. If you see my page, I don't post a lot. I don't post pictures. I be on Twitter talking shit because it's funny.
Right.
But I'm not, like, flexing on it. Like, I could. I don't do that shit.
I mean,
what?
yeah.
I want to really make a statement, so.
Right.
That's how that happened.
Now, as a manager, are you, like, more in the sessions or do you work more, like, remotely?
Now that I have 6 artists, I can't be in every session.
Right.
But, like, generally, I like to be there for everything. Recording, mixing, mastering, all that shit.
Wow.
Creation, like, for making the beats, I want to be there for that. Like,
bro, that's very important, though, because I feel like a lot of times, like you said, managers really do just want to have the title of saying that they're your manager.
Yeah, I have an artist. This is my artist. I don't even like saying this is my artist. I don't own you.
Right. It's like, talk to a couple people at your event and then, like, like shit like that.
Anybody could do that.
So how do you choose how to prioritize that schedule?
Dragar just asked me that. She said, bro, how do you deal with all these personalities? And at first, that was a fear of mine, but then I realized these are people. They don't all operate on the same schedule. They're not a store. They're not all open at the same time. So when Mercy's creating, Mikey's not creating. C. Francis isn't creating. But maybe my other artist, Big Diego out of Orlando, he's from here, he might be creating. So then I just got to deal with 2 for this next 2-3 weeks. And then once that go away, then maybe Mikey's like, yo, I got this song. Mikey likes to work in songs. Mercy likes to make albums. C. Francis likes to make songs and videos. Big Diego's the same way, just songs and videos, and then he'll drop a project. Like, everybody has their own way. So in a weird way, it works, because when my attention is here, they're cooking up. I'm done with this guy. I'll move on to this guy. We present that to the world. They're done. By the time I'm done with that, the next guy's cooking up. And then maybe he's cooking up and he's cooking up at the same time. And my schedule is fucked up for like a month. Then after that, it's quiet. So it's like, that's a good question. People think like you think it's like everybody's at the same time creating. And ideally, that would be that way. But no, everybody creates on their own pace. So it works out, luckily.
Now, you mentioned being the therapist for your artists. What are like, you don't have to get too specific, but like what are like some experiences where like, you really had to like be there for your artists?
Shit, man. One of my artists was going through a bad breakup with his girl. I went through a bad breakup with my ex, so like I could kind of relate, and like he would want to flash out and do some wild shit, and I had to be like, yo, bro, like that's not worth it. Like, and I got to get on the phone with him. Like, he's outside our house, huffing and puffing with the gun on him. Like, yo, that nigga's in there, bro, with my girl, bro. Like, literally, like, and I had to be like, bro, get in the fucking car. What are you doing? Well, you're going to throw your whole life away for this one moment? Like, shit like that.
Damn.
And then another one of my artists, his father died of COVID. Rest in peace.
Damn.
And that was tough. And around that same time, his brother-in-law unfortunately killed himself.
Oh my goodness.
And then it was just hectic, bro. It was a lot of, and that's when you have to have the self-awareness to say, fuck the music right now. This is a human being. Right. I need to be there for it. And it's my friend. I'm friends with all my artists for the most part. Like, we could call and just talk shit for 30 minutes and I'd be non-music related.
Right.
And at that moment, I knew, like, all right, I got to be there for this person as a friend. Like, fuck the music shit.
Right.
If they're not there mentally, they're never going to create again.
I agree.
So I always want to keep them in a good space mentally. So when it calls for that, I drop everything and I'm there for that. Like,
now, being that, your job is very selfless and you put a lot of time into your artists, what do you do, like, for yourself when you just want to relax?
I barbecue at the crib. I go to the beach, like Dolo. I do a lot of shit. So I don't, guys DQ, like maybe I'll hit DQ up. If he can't pull up, I'll go by myself. Go hang out in Wynwood. Go buy records at 1-800-LUCKY. Like,
nice.
I do shit like that. I go out to eat. I try new shit. Like, I spend a lot of time alone because I spend a lot of time around people too. And I also spend a lot of time, I was in that relationship. We lived together and shit. I was with this person every day for 12 years. Every fucking day.
Damn.
So, like, this is now, at this stage of my life, it's the first time that, like, I have my own time. I could decide what I want to do with it. I'm not committed to one single person or thing. So it's like, with that, I tend to do a lot of things by myself. And in those moments, that's when I come up with my best ideas, too, bro. Like, when sometimes I'll go to the brewery, bro. I'll throw my AirPods in. And I'll just listen to all our sessions from the last, like, 2 weeks. Just Dolo. Like, I'll have my MacBook up. Like,
that's fire.
Yeah, and I'm just vibing out by myself. Like, I don't need a bunch of people with me all the time. So I do that. Like, I disconnect. That's my way of maintaining my sanity.
I love that. Now, has there ever been an experience that you had where you just had to trust your artist?
Definitely musically. There's been times.
Like musically.
Yeah, where, like, they'll have an idea and I won't see it. But, and I always tell my artists is, I'm never going to tell you how to make music. I'm never going to tell you, like, change this lyric, like, you have to change your name, like, I'll nudge them a certain way. If I want something done, I'll nudge them that way and see if they get there on their own with my guidance. Like, I'll lead them there. But if they don't want to do that shit, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. So if they have an idea that I don't really see the vision for, I'll let it cook. And I'll let them do it, and we'll complete it. And then if at the final product, if it's not like what we want it to be, then we'll go back to the drawing board. But definitely, absolutely. Like, that's where part of the trust is. And a lot of times with me, like, my artists just got to trust me because, like, I'll blow their phone up on a Friday night. I'll send you 50 text messages in a row with ideas like, yo, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And everybody be like, what the fuck? But then I'll do it, though. That's the difference. And that's how you build the trust. It's like, I'm going to take you there. You just got to trust me with this part. And the show improves. When you can show up and prove like that I have ears, I have the vision to do it, they'll trust you. And likewise, I want to trust them too. And that's a fruitful relationship when everybody could trust each other. Even if you don't see it, I'm going to just follow you up. Even though I can't see the next step, I'm going to just follow your guidance and hopefully we get there. And it is what we want it to be.
I agree.
You know?
Now, is there anyone at the moment like that you've been seeing locally, maybe on your radar, anybody caught your attention?
Right now, nah, because I'm so, yeah. You know what, though? Chef, I don't know if y'all know Chef from Wasted Potential. He's super dope. Scotty, I don't know if y'all know Scotty. She's super dope.
Oh, of course I know Scotty.
She's out of Miami. Yeah. Super fire. Perp, he's dope. And these are DQ's artists, but Dragard and Space,
I
they're
fuck
all
with Dragard.
dope.
Dragard, my boy.
Dragard's fire.
Yeah, that's my boy.
I love his shit.
Never heard of him. Love you, Jorgeh.
His shit is fire. So them the kind of ones on my radar, but it's like, bro, I'm so knee deep into what I'm doing that I kind of got the blinders on right now. I feel like we got a team, and we just gotta create at this point.
Now, just a quick question here. Were you involved in Mikey changing his name?
Nah, I actually wanted him to keep Mikey more, but he wants it. That's a moment where it's like,
you got to just trust him.
I'm gonna just let him rock.
Right.
He wants it to be It's Just Mikey. It works with the SEO when you type in It's Just Mikey. That's search engine optimization for people that don't know what that is.
Shout out to Luke.
Yeah, look that up. That's very crucial.
Yes.
So when you type his name in, he pops up. That's all I want. That's why I made Mercy's name Music by Mercy. When I first started working with him, he was just Mercy. So I will Google his music, and my computer was fresh. It didn't have a whole bunch of Mercy shit in it. Because, when you're typing in Mercy and they find you going to his page, the algorithm, it'll just start populating your search results with his shit.
I agree.
Because you already been clicking on his shit. Mm-hmm. So my computer was clean. And I'm typing in Mercy, and fucking Shawn Mendes is popping up. Mm-hmm. He had a song called Mercy at the time. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I would find. I'm like, nah, we got to do something about this. And then his screen name was Music by Mercy, or his @ was already Music by Mercy.
So
it was
you were
all
like,
one
let's
word.
make
So I was
it
like,
official.
yeah, that makes sense. And that's dope. Music by Mercy. It's still, your name is still Mercy. We're just attaching the music by in the front.
Facts.
And I kind of got that from Listen to Sin, who's Sin. And there's another artist that did that too, where the idea I was like, yeah, let's just keep it like that. And now when people type in your name, only you gonna pop up.
Right.
And that's important.
Very much so.
The internet's so crowded right now, you gotta find a way to just cut through.
Especially if you're any type of artist, creator, all that.
Yeah, especially if you have a generic name, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find a way to stand out.
Bro, this has been a great interview.
Thank you.
For real, I this has been a great conversation, a very well-needed conversation. Now, usually I like to end my interviews with a rapid-fire portion.
All right.
I don't know, Luke, you had any additional questions or?
I mean, not off the top, but I wish I could say I see it in your eyes, but with the shades, that would be a lie. But I know there's probably some things you want to get off your chest.
If there's anything you want to talk about, I mean, the floor is yours. We could talk about whatever, you know?
I want to tell artists, let's go back to focusing on making the best music possible.
Right.
Stop thinking about making a 30-second clip in your song that's TikTok worthy. Stop fucking. This is what we're doing now with social media is what artists was doing in the 90s. I got to make the club banger. I got to make one for the ladies. I got to make one for the streets.
I went exactly through that when I was making my album.
Don't do that shit, bro. Let the songs come to you. If you don't make a girl record on your album, then you don't have one.
That's my hardest problem.
That's fine. You don't have to. That's a problem. Everybody thinks you gotta appeal to everybody when you could just narrow your focus, and you'll find your lane. You'll find your fans, and then you make the girl record later.
Facts.
But
now,
let's get back to making good music.
This is another question that I had. what's to you the biggest contrast in the music game from the early days to now? Like the early days of you getting in.
The barrier of entry is so low now.
Really?
Like, bro, like when I started out building a studio in your crib, $1,000 minimum.
Right.
For bullshit equipment, like a bullshit mixer, like that sounded like shit. You needed so much stuff. Your computer, you had to like fucking know somebody that knew how to build computers so you could put enough RAM and memory in it because the stock computers were trash. You could buy a gaming one that was like the cheat code, but even then it was like they were so expensive and shit. And then the Macs kind of filled that void within personal computers where you could just go to the store, buy a Mac, and it's ready to go. You could cook up on that shit for the next 5 years. It's not going to fail you.
Right.
So, like, I think now the barrier of entry is so low. I just built some equipment. I just bought some equipment for one of my homeboy, and he's an artist of mine, just came home. Been locked up for 10 years.
Shout out to him, bro.
Shout out to him. Shout out to $1 Million Baby. That's his name. CGM Ruler, that's one of his names. June, that's how we call him, is June. That's our name for him. Shout out to June. Welcome home.
Yes, sir.
So I got him some equipment, bro. I spent like, not counting, I didn't buy him a laptop, but I got all the other shit. I spent like $600 on that shit. And it sounds great, bro. Like, it's not the best equipment, but everything is good enough.
As an engineer, I got to ask.
What's up?
What'd you go with mic-wise?
Mic-wise, I went with, it starts with an R. What's that shit?
RE20?
Rode. I was going to say Rude. I'm thinking about the clothes.
Right now.
Yeah. So I got him a Rode, and then I got him I saw a mic on sales, a Marshall MXL or some bullshit.
Really?
But it was Marshall though, and they make
Marshall,
they make good stuff. So
sure.
And it was on sale, so I was like, I'm gonna grab this one too. It was like $89 or some shit.
Dope.
And that one sounds better than the Rode to me personally. For like when I recorded some shit on it. Like, I still actively make music, but just for me. I never put it out.
Yo, the most underrated thing for engineers, I don't know why no one ever thinks of it or does it. I happen to learn it in audio school itself, is using two mics at the same time and then using whichever part of whichever mic you like.
Ooh, yeah. I
do
like that. Yeah. I think it's important to find a mic that fits your voice.
Right.
For sure.
Because people
sometimes people can't find that. Some people got weird voices.
That's facts. Like, I would suggest somebody who wants to build something, maybe look up a studio around you, a professional studio
And just see
that
what
has
they
a
got.
ton of mics. And then go in there and be like, yo, I just want to try these different mics.
Ask for a mic shootout.
That's what they call it.
That's an engineer term, mic shootout.
And you'll test all the different mics they got in their locker, and then you can find, oh, my shit sound good on this one. Or you could just spend the bread and get the fucking Newman, whatever, however you say that shit.
I mean, Neumanns are good. I got a 103 that I use as my.
Yeah, that's the one we use at J-Rocks at JLR Recordings. Shout out to JLR Recordings.
It's better for more people, but still, some people not always.
That's facts, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta find them. Some people, bro, can record on a Shure, like a dynamic Shure mic, and sound amazing on that shit. And
Shout
some
out to
people
the
couldn't.
SM7B.
Yeah, that's the one, bro. When we started in early 2000s, is what I had in the crib. I had one of those.
So good.
The best mic ever, bro. So durable. It's the best.
Damn.
Yeah, and we did some joints on that, and like that's how we honed our mixing skills. Because like at that time, I also think too, less is more. When you're restricted to using a certain equipment, or you have these boundaries, I can't afford to go out here, or I just can't. You're forced to be more creative with the shit you got.
I
So
agree.
It's like, sometimes I want people to stop thinking you need all the equipment in the world, bro. Like, just go and get some shit. If you're on a budget, you don't want to do the studio around and find a good mic, because it's probably going to be expensive. Just fucking go to Sam Ash. I don't know if that's still open. I buy all my shit online, Sweetwater and Musicians Friends and all that shit. But, like, what's the Guitar Center? That one's still open for sure. Go to Guitar Center. Go fuck around with the equipment there. Like, talk to the people there. Those people work there. They're professionals, like, for the most part. Like, go holler at them and, like,
They know something at least.
and just start somewhere, bro. Like, people, I think, are too caught up in waiting for the perfect moment. The moment's right now.
And plus, those circumstances will make you better. Because
Absolutely.
You're gonna have to make a better sound.
Exactly, yeah. Like, I feel like art, I mean, you can't always color outside the line. Sometimes you got to be in the box. and just be as creative within this box as I can be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, from artists that you don't work with, just that you hear on the scene, what are like some things that bother you?
Performances, man. Y'all got to get y'all performances in order. Stop rapping over your fucking song. Go to the studio. When you go to the studio, here's what you do. When you're mixing your record, mix it how you're going to mix it. Before you leave, get an extra hour or whatever. Make an edited version. Why? You can now shop your shit around and get it on a video game or get it on
Within
ESPN.
an hour, you could get the edited and the live version.
And then, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then get the TV track. The TV track is when you drop the lead vocal and you got like your ad-libs, you got your dubs maybe, you got the hook, and then you can rap through it, and then you'll have the assistance of your background vocals.
That's how I try to do it.
Yeah, that's probably the best way.
It's
But
like,
stop rapping over your MP3.
I'm
That's
resisting
mixed.
using air horns over this right now.
Bro, like that shit blows mine. Every time I'm at a show, because look, your tone's never going to match the tone you recorded it in. Why? Because maybe today you smoked 12 blunts and now your voice is fucked up.
Yep.
Or maybe at the studio that you didn't talk at all that day and then you went to the studio and your voice has an extra depth to it. Like,
I trust me. I feel you.
It's the worst, bro. I hate that shit.
I've made it a conscious effort from my last. Because, all right, what happened is I started doing that, rapping over my vocals, but then I kept fucking up my lyrics.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm a perfection. Like, not like, I can't say like I'm a perfectionist, but like, I critique myself hard, especially when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So like, I would always like people be like, oh, you ripped it, but I wouldn't feel content.
Yeah,
so
you still hung up on certain shit.
I took kind of a break from being an artist to, become, a content creator or just, pursue this. So now that I've been back to performing, my last 2 or 3 performances, I've done straight vocals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the best way.
But the thing that I've noticed is that me running out of breath at this certain point is the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, if I could, product bubble jacket, niggas moving stagnant, came too far to bury the hatchet, and I just keep going.
Yeah.
Like, that's the beauty of it. Because
Yeah.
I'm showing y'all the real. You
Facts.
feel me?
And your fans paid to come watch you perform. If I want to listen to your song, I'm just go to my car.
Right.
Why am I here? To buy your merch, I guess. But why am I here? Like, perform.
And that's one thing that I could say that my perspective changed, because I was more of just like, fuck it, play the song and I'm going to play it safe. You feel me? To now, it's like, I even feel like now every time I perform, it just means more.
Yeah.
Like, people are always going to remember my set just because it sounds completely different from everybody's shit.
Facts.
Because if I want to change the words to a little groovy, like, just because
Change it to the city you're in, or
Shit
change
like
a
that.
bar. Like, yo, we in Houston. Maybe you said we in Broward on the original. But now at the live show, we in Houston. You get the crowd more into it. There's so much. You open up so many possibilities when you're live performing your shit. You can improvise on the spot.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And that, I think, like, bro, like, the best performance I ever seen in my lifetime, Jay-Z does not have a single backing vocal on his shit.
That's a fact.
When he gets on stage, it's him and a mic and a beat, sometimes a live band. You know who was fired too? DQ. Remember Currency? I had Rolling Loud.
Dog, I went to Currency in Orlando.
Incredible.
One of the best shows I've ever been to.
His live show is incredible.
You know
bro.
who be ripping it too live? Onyx.
It was
Bruh,
an old school group.
I went
They
to
got
an Onyx
mad years
show,
in.
and I did not expect that, bro. But I had like,
And they got hype music too.
bruh, it was the shit, dog.
Yeah,
like,
I would imagine so. But their experience,
This
and they
nigga-
came from that era of you got to show and prove.
Fredro Starr is like drinking from the fountain of youth. I swear, bro, because just the way that he was just going and shit,
He
I was
still
like,
looks like Fredro
yes,
too, from
bro,
Moesha
like,
and shit.
For real, bro.
Deadass.
And Sticky Fingers too, bro. He looked
Yeah.
just like he just came out of Def Jam Fight for New York
Word.
type shit. You know what I mean?
Man, this is a foul thing to say, but when I think about Sticky Fingers, I think of him getting beat up by that white boy on Spring Break and MTV.
Damn.
Y'all might be too young to remember that, but I was maybe like 8 or 9 years old.
Damn.
And I'm like, oh shit, it's Sticky Fingers at Celebrity Boxing Match. And he got laid out, bro.
Damn.
I love you, Sticky. You the man.
Shout out to Sticky.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
Sticky
Onyx,
Fingers.
man.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask you this. Who are like some people that you admire?
Professionally or just in my life, period?
Yeah, in your life, people that inspire you.
Damn, bro. absolutely my family, like my pops and my sister. Like my sister right now is like a corporate lawyer from one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Like I watched her go from not knowing English to being a fucking corporate lawyer where she's explaining English to people that can't read this type of English. You get what I'm saying? Like, that blows my mind all the time that she mastered a language so well that she's able to, like, litigate it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely my family, like my friends, like DQ, watching what he do with the hosting and shit. Like,
we got a link. DQ.
He's got the craziest personality, like life of the party type shit. Like, professionally, so I'm a producer first, so like DJ Premier and fucking, I hate to say this name, Kanye West, Just Blaze, Bink, rappers like Hove and shit, what he did with the business and shit. Bro, like I'm starting to get into other shit too, like tennis and shit. Like,
really?
I just like somebody being at a super high level and performing, because then I like to dig into their life,
right, and
see like, damn, this person just every day was just at it, and like I find inspiration in that. Like I find motivation in the journey it took to get to the final product. Once you get to the final stage, cool. But I like going back and just digging into the journey that took them there. And like, I find my motivation in that, how somebody could just take nothing and just turn it into something. Like, I think that's crazy. I love those stories, and that's where I usually pull from, shit like that, you know?
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I can't put it on just one person. I just want to say people in general, bro.
I love that, though.
Like people, like, I know we all like to be like, people ain't shit. I hate being around people. But humans are amazing, bro. Like, we do some crazy fucking shit. Like, I'll find inspiration on somebody climbing to the top of Mount Everest or something.
For a fact.
Bro, like, there's videos of this now, too. You can watch a documentary on it.
YouTube?
It's on Netflix.
Ooh.
It's a guy that did, like, the 7 highest summits in the world in like a month or some.
Wow.
Yeah, like some insane shit that before was thought that you could never do that because like how hard it is on your body.
Right.
And this guy did it, and shout out to that guy. Like, I like watching shit like that. So I just think like anybody that could push themselves to that limit, like you could find something in that. You know, I feel like everybody could.
Right.
So
now, what makes you feel better? Seeing one of your artists perform, or like seeing, I would say, the internet success of it?
I would say more the internet success, because you could literally see the growth in black and white. You could see the numbers growing week after week after week until it gets to a point where it's like, yo, you popping now. Like, you get 1,000 comments every time you post. You get 10,000 views on your video every time. Like, so I would say that just because I can see the raw data and like performances are cool, but like given how I grew up, like when I'm in a venue or with that many people in there, I'm kind of looking around. I'm not fully enjoying myself.
I see what you're saying.
I'm looking for the exit. I'm looking at who's around.
See,
like, cause shit happens.
Oh, especially at these events, bro.
Yeah,
like,
so
when you least expect it, too.
Exactly. So I tend to be more on point when I'm outside in these places. So I can't fully enjoy the performances yet until maybe like we get in spaces with
security.
Yeah, where we have
like
like a section where nobody could get in and I could just see the reaction. And but yeah, so for now I would say the internet success and the data for sure.
Now, have you thought about like expanding your network and managing different types of people outside of just artists?
Absolutely. It's just music and is where I started at. So that's what I know best.
So what other realms would you be interested in like managing?
If it's not music, I would think maybe personalities, like look at a Drewski or some shit like that.
Content creators.
Exactly, content creators, or even like I'm managing J-Rock's studio now. I try to get him clients and shit like that. Like, producers, I would like to have a producer on the team. I do a lot with a producer right now. I just haven't found the right one that's like not already getting taken advantage of,
Hey, I might have some people for you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, man, I'm fair, bro. Like,
I got like 2 names already that popped in my head. That
when we gonna chop it up, when we cut all this out, I want to see that.
yes.
Like, I definitely want to add a producer to the team. Absolutely. We got some now, but I want just some fresh blood. You know, somebody with some new sounds, and I want to get into like visuals, like TV, movies and shit, like an agent and shit.
Word.
I think I could kill that too.
Hey, I believe in you.
Thank you.
Now, I wanted to get your opinion on this here as well. Because, you know, I feel like being an artist, it goes hand in hand with the content creating, you know? Like, I feel like if you're a rapper, you still got to, you know, maybe get on TikTok. You still got to do a vlog and things like that. So, like, what are some creative ways with your artist that you try to incorporate content creation?
I think you need to lean into what's already in you. So if you're funny, be funny. If you're I'm getting fly, I like fashion, and do the get ready with me today videos. Like, you just want to lean into what you're already kind of good at or people know you for. And more visuals. Like, we're a visual people, like, especially now with TikTok and shit. Like, people want to see you. They want to see you moving around. They want to hear how you speak. They want to see you interact with people.
That's a fact.
So I would, bro, like, you could do something simple. Like, I'm going to go get a burger at every restaurant in this town, and we're going to review them all. And that's your content right there. You do that forever. Think about how many places sell burgers. Like, man, if you're funny, you can make it funny. People are going to tap in. Like, just little stuff like that. Like,
Right.
I think people overthink content a lot of times. Like, you need to just make it, and you're talented. You're going to figure out, oh, this is what's working. And you're going to find your lane, and then you lean into that. Once you find what works, don't stop.
Right.
And that's what we do. Like, once we find that's something that works, we're going to just go in on it. We're going to kill that shit until people ask for something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And, too, it's like one thing that you said that kind of ties into this is that the level of entry, especially when it comes to that, is so, like, you could do it on your phone. You could do it anything. And you feel me? We grew up watching reality TV, which is basically a vlog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
All the shit that we seen.
It's like content houses. That's what a reality like Jersey Shore was like the first TikTok house. Yeah, like that.
So it's like now it's like, bro, you could just take all those things that you've seen and apply it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, and then the thing that people don't even understand is that, like, it don't got to be the best. You feel me? Like I like to vlog. You know what I'm saying? I like to do my shit. So even if, like, I just try to give the people a vlog at least once every couple months. You know, I should be more consistent for sure. But I at least try to give people that insight into, like, my life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And what people like that shit. Like, you see how addicted people are to celebrity news. Like, people know who's dating who in fucking Hollywood, but and like, for what? Like, people just like being nosy, so letting people get a glimpse of what you do every
just to
day.
live through, like, you know.
Yeah, people like that shit for sure. I think, like I said, I think people just overthink content at this. Like, everybody's trying to be like OD creative or
perfect and just have
it's
it
just
all
like
on
just
point.
do anything, bro. Just start.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, pretty much, bro. That's how, like, with Mikey, he's a natural born. Like, he grew up with social media, so he just knows how to do that shit. So.
Yeah, he's been pimping that shit forever.
Yeah, he's an entertainer, bro. An entertainer that can rap. Like, I could see him doing movies. I could see him doing all that shit. Like, his personality is bigger than he is as a person. Like, it's hard to explain, but when you get into a room with him, you get it. Like, he has, like, that star quality.
No, for a fact. I mean, even just interviewing him, that was some of the most fun I had doing it.
He's hilarious, bro.
Dog, we was
you would
definitely
be crying in a room with this dude, bro. He's funny as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yo, DQ, let me get some more bourbon, please.
Pour it up.
Thank you, sir. He ain't spilled nothing. We good.
Nah, I already know.
All right. Good luck, bro.
Now, when you came here today, what was some of, like, the main things that you were really trying to, like, convey to the people? Since you said, you know, this is going to be your only interview for a while. Well, now, hopefully, you know, sooner rather than later, but you know what I mean.
This is my only interview. I'm not doing no more of these, like I said, until it's Breakfast Club come calling or Joe Rogan or a big podcast where it's like I can't say no to this. You know,
Right.
'cause
So, what do you want to leave the people with today?
I want people to know, don't quit, bro, and stick to your guns. Like, when you know you got something. And also, too, before I even go there, be fucking realistic with yourself. Be self-aware. Self-awareness is key. You got to understand when some shit ain't working. You got to understand when some shit is whack. And don't take offense to it. Don't get emotional about it. Just go back to the drawing board and work it till it gets hot. You're going to know when it's hot. You're going to feel the response. People are going to tell you, yo, this is fire. I didn't know you could do that. Like, congratulations, or I'm proud of you. When you start getting those texts, you know you're doing the right shit. And then that's when you keep leaning in. So don't quit, bro. Even though I took a break, had I not taken that break, I either would have went insane or I'd have been super big by now. But for whatever reason, I took that break. And God willing, I got back into it. And I just never gave up, bro. Like, it's like riding a bicycle. Like, as soon as I started doing it again, I was like, I'm here for this. Like, this is what I want to do forever. So I just want to tell people, bro, like, just don't quit. Take a break if you need to, if you feel you need to, but don't quit.
Right.
Like, and especially if you notice it's something you're good at and people tell you you're good at it and you could tell, like, the response, then just lean in and just go. Even though if you're not making money from it, if you feel like it's taking a long time, it takes a long time. Like, overnight successes are not overnight.
Right.
Like, that's years in the making.
That's a fact.
You just got the finished product, and you never heard of them before, so you think it's overnight.
Right.
Like, those people never gave up. So I just want to tell everybody, like, if you're going through a tough time, it's okay to fall back. Go take a vacation, but don't quit, especially if you're good at it. But that goes back to being self-aware. I want a lot more people to be self-aware. A lot of people are in the way.
Right.
I feel like y'all just wasting people's time and wasting your own time. Be self-aware. Like, you know if your shit's good. Don't lie to yourself. Don't play yourself. Love yourself.
What do you want the people to know about you?
Me? Stay tuned. That's what I want them to know. Like, just keep watching. I'm always keep things fresh. I'm always push the envelope. I'm always try new shit. I'm never going to be stagnant. I'm always keep going. So just tap in and go back in time a little bit. You heard the names we dropped. Go back and just see. Like, you'll see the progression in everything I've been doing. And just tap in and just watch what we do from here, bro. We doing a lot. We got a lot of shit cooking. We got a lot of artists. It's all coming together. Like, I couldn't have planned this. Like, this just fell in my lap. Like, it's a beautiful thing right now. So.
No, you can't really beat that when it's like, mystic,
Exactly, bro. Like, and like I'm dead ass, bro. I would be in New York right now if it wasn't for the pandemic.
Really?
So the pandemic hit. I came down here because like they're talking about shutting the city down for 2 weeks. So fuck it, I at least want a backyard and shit. My mom still live here, so I'm gonna pull up my mom's. Like, fuck it, just go crash out over there.
Right.
2 weeks turned into 2 months. 2 months turned into 4 months, 6 months. Next thing I know, it's a year later. I'm still here. I'm like, I guess I'm here. So, we're already, and within that time, I thought I was just gonna be here for a little bit. So I'm creating. We made Everything Under the Sun, the Music by Mercy album. We did. We got some shit in the tuck that's coming out that we've been making. With C. Francis, we made some shit. We did Dragard's album, 25. We did mad shit. Like, we were creating because I thought I was going to be gone. I thought I was going to leave. And then, like, now I'm still here. And the longer I'm here, the bigger this shit is getting. The more shit just keeps lining up. Like, and now I feel like I can't leave. I could leave right now if I wanted to. But
right.
For what?
For what? Right? I mean,
We got motion here. Like, it's something special happening in Broward right now. I can't put my finger on it, but it's a lot of talented artists that all know each other and aren't on some like beef and shit. And everybody's dope and talented, and they just need something to bring it all together. And I feel like we're at the cusp of something special in Broward.
I think so as well. And the reason I could say that is because you said, for the most part, everybody pretty much is cool with each other.
Yeah, there's no like, yo, fuck that dude from that side. We don't fuck with them. Everybody's like, nah, they dope. Yeah, I fuck with them. Like, and it's a lot of dope people. Like, fucking DQ put me on at that field.
Yeah, they're
Them
dope.
dudes is dope. the Griff.
Yeah.
He's dope on the
We literally
beats.
interviewed them here again
Yesterday.
Yeah,
They were all
that's
just
fire.
here yesterday. Yep.
Yeah, Casso, he put me on a call. He's dope. Just a lot, bro. Like when I start breaking it down, I'm like, damn, there's so many different artists.
And there's so many different pockets. That's the thing I like
Yeah.
about like the current state of like the culture. Cause like me, like personally, I love boom bap. You feel me?
Yeah.
But also I love the new wave shit.
I want to mix the two. I want to bridge that gap of.
But the thing is that people don't understand because I'm at all of these shows. Those fans overlap.
They do.
You get what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like they overlap because they'll play a Lil Uzi song at a Onyx show and people vibing. You feel me? But then you could play a old school joint at one of these shows. They know that shit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like some of the younger kids now, the kids in their early 20s or mid 20s, love 90s rap. Like it made a resurgence. It's like cool now.
It's stronger than it's ever been.
Yeah, like for a while it wasn't cool. Like you couldn't be caught dead listening to Nas. Like people would be like, yo, turn that shit off.
But
man.
that's honestly that like the new wave shit had that on them for a little
Yeah.
minute too.
Yeah.
Like where it's like, after X and shit like that little genre was like dead.
Yeah.
For a quick second. It wasn't like all the way dead. There was still artists being consistent, but now I feel like a lot of those artists are back in higher levels and it just trickles down to everything. You feel me? To like now
Yeah.
it's like before I wouldn't really see those type of shows. Before it was more like street type shows.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now I feel like that lane is still doing really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Florida street rap is probably the top.
It's the top, bro.
It's the top.
Yeah, like we got all the street rappers out here, bro.
Basically.
From Boston Richie, Kodak.
Bro, you
fucking
you ever heard of Lil Tyler?
Nah, who that?
Bro, this rapper from Tallahassee, 16 years old.
Yeah.
So we do like a stream, Proximity FM, every Saturday.
I've seen y'all post that. Yeah.
Right. So we play it every Saturday. We do 20 songs.
Oh, shit.
So usually like people send me stuff, but if not, I'm scouring the internet. So I'm seeing
Word.
like who's posting on their story, who just dropped, shit like that. But I'll check like, a lot of these pages, Florida Up Next and shit like that. Shout out to all those pages, man. Artists keep paying for promotion because you never know where it could go. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So I'm checking these pages and I see this kid and I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. You feel me? But like there's
Yeah.
certain critiques
And this shit
for
was
us to be
pretty
able.
fire.
I want to tap in. Let me hear some of that shit when we
Put
cut
that
this.
on the list for when we
Yeah,
wrap this.
yeah, I want to
Facts.
hear that for sure.
Yeah, no, bro is doing it. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
And I reached out to like his management and shit. Like they got a good thing going on over there. You feel
Yeah,
me?
word. No, I want to tap in. I like that.
Yeah, man.
I love finding a new artist that's fire. Like that's like you're like, oh shit. Like you feel like you just discovered
It's
something.
like finding
you know?
a sample.
Exactly.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's like we all came back the next week. We're like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I've been bumping that shit. Cause
That's the best, bro.
it's 20 songs, but I would say at least like 3 or 4 of the songs always leave with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, ooh, let me just.
Those are
heart
the ones that
this.
stick. Yeah,
They do. You feel me?
absolutely, bro.
Shout out to the Proximity team. I like the
shout
way
out
that
to
show
y'all.
is
Yeah.
developing. We got
Yeah.
a cool little in-house team. for
Word,
that.
yeah. Y'all gotta keep going. There's a void for that here, like that a platform that's-
Coverage, period, of
Yeah.
what's going on, documenting what's going on. here.
Exactly. Like y'all are first to it. Like it's crazy. You're catching like the next wave of Broward. I've seen every one of them on your page.
Right.
That's why I be
I
tapped
agree.
in.
I agree as well.
agree.
Yeah.
So it's like y'all beat everybody to the
Appreciate
punch.
that, bro.
For real.
Y'all gotta just keep going
Thank
because
you.
nobody's doing that shit. Nobody in Florida, period, like South Florida. Nobody in Miami's doing this,
Right.
and nobody in Broward's doing this. And like y'all beat them to the punch, bro, and that's important.
I
Y'all
appreciate
first to
that.
market. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's
Yeah,
that's
bro.
a fact, man. And I do want to give a shout out to because there is a couple other platforms that's doing their thing. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
That's making some noise. So we, I'm very proud of what we done. You feel me? Like I've been Luke, we've been working together like 6 months now.
Yeah, but I've been doing this show for years, bro.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm saying me and you. I'm talking about me.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, but I just
I've
want
been
you to
seeing
remember.
y'all turn
Yeah.
up though.
No, Luke's been going in for like 6 years, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Mine's Wide Open is 6 years old as of last May.
Yeah, I met him through Mercy. Mercy came and did the interview, and I just pulled up. He's like, yo, I got an interview tonight. I'm like, where? And it was like Hollywood or some shit, right?
Yep.
And we was like, I was like, bad, I'm
whole
pulling
studio.
up. Like,
Yeah.
let's go. And that's how I met him. And from that day, like, we were all just talking, and I was like, oh, yeah, I fuck with them. Like they
I've
cool.
paid attention to you on Twitter since.
Like, yeah, we're
It's a lot of fun.
yeah, like, if you want to hear me spew my random thoughts, Twitter, bro.
Bet.
Like, that's where I be at. I don't really be posting pictures and all that other shit. I'll be on Twitter just talking shit. It's funny. It's jokes.
Now, since you traveled around, where do you consider your home?
Broward, for sure.
He's got 954 in his handle.
Just make sure,
Facts.
you know, I had to ask, you know.
Yeah, Broward for sure. Like, and my second home would be Queens for sure.
What part? I was born in Corona, Queens.
I lived there for a while. Yeah, North Corona.
Flushing Park or whatever it's called.
Yeah. I lived closer to Jackson Heights. I lived on the border.
Okay.
Right off the 7 train.
And I was just born there. I was gone.
Yeah.
Born and gone.
Yeah,
I went back for like the first time, like as an adult, like a couple years back, and I was like, "Yo, this shit is dope." Like, it's weird.
It's a vibe for sure.
Because it felt like I had been there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's familiar.
Right.
Like,
even though like
feeling.
I don't have like those memories there, it just felt right, you know.
But also too, I keep forgetting to mention these. It's a talented group of people out of Broward too. A small town. Mm-hmm. Shout out to them. I keep fucking letting their names slip out, and I want to just shout them out. They showed me love early on too. Like that's DQ's people. So shout out to LS. She's super fire. Cons, dope on the beats. SP on the boards.
Sheesh.
And EP, super dope lyrically too. Y'all gotta tap in. It's a lot of shit going. We got an EP with EP. Mercy and EP got a joint too.
Okay.
I'm being a hoarder right now because I'm just seeing the field lining up, and I don't want to just keep dropping shit just to drop it.
Right.
But I'm seeing the stars align, and I'm like, I got 2 or 3 projects I'm just holding on to, and when the shit starts turning up, we're gonna just start dropping them. And shout out to them too. I ain't want to leave them out.
That's what's up.
Another fire group out of here, bro.
That's what's up.
Broward's a special place, man. I've been all over the world. I mean, all over the country, bro, and no place like Broward and Dade. Like,
People don't even understand how big it really is, though.
facts. Big, but it's small.
Big, exactly.
We talk about this shit all the time. Don't nothing move in Broward that we don't know about. If DQ don't know about it, I know about it. If not, my brother know about it. If not, Kels. Shout out to Kels. He know about it. If he don't know about it, his brother Trav know about it. Like, don't nothing move. Like, when Jeezy came down here and shot the video recently in Parkway for Michael Jackson Jeezy, I heard about that shit the same night it happened, bro. Then the next day, other people start hitting me. Yo, Jeezy was here last night shooting a video. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Damn.
Shout out to SOP, too.
Have you thought about getting into Spanish music? Looking for any bachata singers, anything?
That would be fire. I don't got none of those. I want one of those. Anybody know fire bachata singer?
Yo, there's a void right now.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
If there was a nigga right now to take that shit serious and like start like, honestly, I got the remedy.
I need a group. I need an Aventura group.
Thank
bro.
you. But if they were to take the like R&B joints from the 90s and put a flip, right now they would be crushing it, bro. Like,
I mean, that technically that's what Bad Bunny did. Like, he would take future records and shit and remake them.
I'm talking about bachata. Though,
I know,
like,
but I'm saying like that formula works.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's been proven. The
it's
concept's
how
been
all these
proven.
niggas built their name, basically.
Yeah. I was gonna tell him I got a Spanish artist, Rady, Flyboy Rady. He's Dominican, straight out of the island, bro.
Well, he a dembo artist?
Yeah, he do dembo. I'll play you one of his shits.
Yes, I need to hear that.
Yeah, he's fire. Shout out to Rady. We work, but I'm trying to get him on the team, and we're working it out. But like I said, everything is organic here. Like, we don't force the issue. So if I can't manage him, I'm still going to always show him love. I'm going to still always shout him out and put him in positions
bro,
he can.
We got to go to DR, bro.
Facts, bro.
We go to my hood. I'm from Lomina, nigga. There's rappers all day.
Yeah. That's just big over there now. Like,
I'll interview them real quick. You feel me? They play you some shit, and we figure it out.
Yeah, bro. Nah. There's a lot of good music coming out of DR, and they're getting better, too. That's what's crazy.
For a fact.
Yeah, so.
And the thing that makes me happy is that it's like they're carving out their lane. You feel me? Like, it's like them.
They created their own genre. Dembo.
It's like you can't copy that. You feel me? And now.
They're from the island. Straight from the island.
All the Boricua artists got to come do one. The Colombian artists got to come do
Facts.
one. Like,
and that's club music. That's how. And we're a festive people. Like, we like parties.
And
like all
I
that.
like that it comes with, like, you know, it's little foot dance and all this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like its own swag type shit.
So Rady is like I was with Develop. Shout out to Develop, legendary producer, and I'm playing him Rady shit. This was maybe a week ago. And Rady's like a dembo artist, and I'm like, bro, this shit is like drill dembo, cause he's like saying mad gangster shit, but it's on a dembo beat.
Nah, I gotta hear this.
Yeah, that's hard. and I was like, bro, this dude is like a drill dembo rapper, bro, and like. When I told him that, I was like, I don't know how I just thought about that, but that's where I'm going to label him from. Because that's what he do. Like, it's like he found something, you know what I'm saying?
I'm already curious.
Yeah, so we're going to tap into that for sure. I want to hear that little Tyler shit, too.
Yeah, I know this next Proximity FM going to be crazy, man.
Facts, nah, because
word.
all these people you mentioning, you already...
I'm gonna tap y'all in. I got a
Yes.
whole list of people y'all probably haven't really been tuned in with.
Yes.
Likewise, I'm sure y'all got people I ain't tapped in with, so.
Yeah, no, I definitely got some. I'm trying to show you my shit. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
I want to check that out, too, bro.
But...
The books ain't closed yet. I'm still looking for artists, producers, fucking content creators.
Close?
Well, no, I'll announce it. I'll tell you when the books is closed. It's a lot, yeah. But I have.
Got your time now.
Yeah, exactly. And I want it. I want to do this. This is what I want to do. So, yeah.
That's
bro.
what's up. You have anybody like helping you with this? Like,
Nah, DQ usually. We'll brainstorm on a lot of shit. That's it, honestly.
facts.
And then I go back and forth with my artists. But like that, like I said, I spend a lot of time just thinking. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I present some shit to DQ, I already made up my mind. I just want to see what he thinks about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to the help. If I don't get it, doesn't mean I'm not going to keep going or get what I need to do done.
I agree.
You know?
Let's do rapid fire.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Take a shot.
If it's something good, we'll stop it. We'll talk about it more. Don't worry.
All right, bet. Let's go.
My biggest inspiration is.
Jay-Z.
My biggest distraction is.
Women.
I like women that.
Mind their business.
My favorite movie is.
That's a tough one. This is recent. I got super into y'all seen that Godfather series, like the making of the Godfather on Showtime? Nope. Super fire. I forgot the name of it. Got to tap in, but I'm going to say the Godfather 2.
But
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Amazing movie. Better than the first, and the first is incredible.
It's the one I've watched the most, for sure.
Yeah, Godfather 2 is incredible. Like, I can't believe they made that movie.
The
But
second
at that
best-
time.
The second best sequel of all time after Terminator 2.
Oh, I'll give you that one. I'll let you rock.
my favorite vacation spot is.
DR, LA. DR, LA, or anything in the Caribbean, like Virgin Islands. I like beaches, and I like scenery.
When you get to DR, what's the go-to? Like the first thing you need?
First thing I need is a bottle of Brugad.
Facts.
I'm going to go link with my cousins. We're going to go to the hood.
What you
now
eat?
niggas smoke over there, so
Yeah,
we're going to smoke.
Yeah, it's progressed with the weed game for sure.
And go get some good food. I'm a foodie, bro.
Where you eating when you first get there?
Probably if I don't go stop at my grandma's house and go fuck with them first, like, I'm never going to hear the end of it. But I like little hood shit, bro.
Like the Pica Pollo spot.
Yeah, like I'll ask my cousin, yo, who got the fire shit around? Like I like to do shit the locals do. So
I felt that.
whatever them niggas is eating.
I just can't get into Yadoa.
Yadoa.
Yeah, it's too much, bro. So
What's
it's like
that again?
it's like a chimi.
Oh, I can't fuck with those either, though. I can't fuck with the chimneys
But
either. I had some bad ones.
It's chimi, but instead of using bread, they use 2 plantains.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
bro, it's
yeah.
like a heart attack.
Yeah.
You see
That's
that shit?
hangover food,
Yes,
bro.
bro. Like you will die. Like that shit.
That's
is,
hangover. And our breakfast is already heavy, like the tres golpes and all
Dog,
that shit.
Come
like,
on, man. The
So-
breakfast of champions.
Yeah, so I that's bro. You eat that, you good for the day. my
You
nigga.
straight.
literally.
You go hit a home run.
So yeah, I would say an island. Favorite vacation spot, an island.
Facts. Now, speaking of food, my favorite low-key restaurant is.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Low key.
I don't want to blow it up.
I feel like you're a good person for this question. It's
Facts.
not always a good person for this question.
I had somebody say Chili's.
Absolutely not. I'll eat McDonald's
I
before I
wasn't
eat
trying to get that
Chili's.
specific, Gabe. Now you calling people out.
No.
See the episode.
But she had an excuse because she just moved here, so she didn't really know too many different restaurants.
From
Yeah,
where?
but she could have talked about
from
one
Mars?
Georgia.
That's what I thought too.
Well, you could have said
Where
that.
did she move from? That Chili's was her go-to.
She
That's
said here
disgusting.
because she was from Georgia. All right,
Nah,
man.
man, stop it.
We
All
asking
right.
you though.
I'm trying to think. Low key. This is tough, but one thing keeps popping in my head. I love sandwiches, so La Sandwicherie in Wynwood. And
I like that spot too. That shit's
it's
fire.
by 1-800-LUCKY.
Yep.
And the original one is in South Beach. They're two different things. So I would say go to the original one in South Beach. Those are some of the best sandwiches you'll eat in your life, bro. I don't know why. I just have like an attachment to them shits. Maybe it's like a core memory I have that.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, that like from when I was a kid. I used to be out of South Beach when I was 16 with my brother and them, like going to clubs and shit. Like the youngest nigga there always.
Nocturnals and shit
Yeah,
like
or not even like Mansion and
Gosh.
Cameo, like them clubs. Like I was outside as a kid, bro,
Damn.
at high school. So, and we used to go there. That spot closes at like 4 a.m. So, the first times I remember being fucked up and eating a really good food was there. So I have like an attachment to those sandwiches.
Facts.
Get the Italian, toasted.
every time.
Facts. I don't switch up. Damn, I gotta think of a better answer though. There's a lot of good restaurants here. But low key, that's low key. You go there, you get your little sandwich,
You vibing.
you get up out of there. They don't exist no more and they broke my heart. Nah, fuck them. I pulled up there and it was closed. If they're open, then Chicanos is up there. That's a Mexican restaurant. They came from Chicago.
Oh shit.
And they opened up a Mexican restaurant on University, like by where old Vegas Cabaret was and shit.
Okay.
It's around there. And it's like authentic Mexican. Like everything is fire there, bro. Like, and it tastes real. Everything tastes fresh. And ain't no fucking gentrified taco craft or no bullshit like that.
They don't
Like,
come on those little weird slider things.
no, absolutely not, bro. They come on paper plates. That's how you know it's fire.
Yeah, you know it's lit. Life was easier before.
Facts.
I'm asking the question.
And that was a statement. Life was easier before. Life was easier before.
You should have said period. I would
Period.
have really understood what you were going for there.
Life was easier before the proliferation of cell phones with social media attached to them. I feel like once we got these smartphones that you could broadcast to the world on immediately, because we had sidekicks and shit where we could aim each other, AOL Instant Message on each other, and that was cool. That was the shit.
Yep.
But it wasn't like this 24/7 access to people's lives.
Yeah, that was the peak of it for real.
Yeah,
Sidekick fell off after the Sidekick slide.
oh, absolutely. They had a good 3-year run.
That was the end of it. Once they dropped the slide, it was done.
So yeah, I would say before like the phones got so powerful that it was a computer in your pocket. Because now people just overshare and there's over access to people. Like back in the day, bro, you couldn't even call me before 9 because I ain't had the minutes for that. You couldn't text me if it wasn't like late at night, or if it was, get all your shit off in one text. And I know
Unlimited talking text.
facts. Like that was too much. Like we couldn't afford that. So I don't even think they offered that at first.
Plus, they had to press multiple buttons to get one letter.
Exactly,
So
yeah. On the
ain't trying to
Nokia, that
send
brick
no
Nokia.
essays.
Yeah. Now you could just talk to your shit.
Yeah,
Also,
now
let's
you can-
not ignore the fact that you got off proliferation. That was impressive.
Yeah, man. I read a lot.
Oh, that brings up more questions.
So what's the next? Well, my favorite book.
We could go there.
Favorite book besides Harry Potter series,
I like where you're going already.
I would say The Alchemist.
Ooh. Going school assigned with it.
Yeah. And that book by Don Ruiz. What's that shit? The Agreements, 10 Agreements, some shit like that. I
5
fuck with
agreements?
that. Yeah, that. You know what's on the Agreements book where it's like.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it might be 5. Yeah, I might have doubled that. I fuck with that book.
You agreed twice.
And I just read that Malcolm Gladwell book, Outliers, and it's all about just these people. I'm gonna give you a basic breakdown of that book. It's all these people that you think are super talented and shit. Like, yeah, they're a little talented, but you know what they did? They put 10,000 hours in before you ever met them. And 10,000 hours is just a start. Like, that's just a blanket number we could apply to it. But, like, that's when you start reaching the level of mastery to certain things.
But people don't know that shout out to Malcolm Gladwell, that he did coin the 10,000 hours.
So that's him who created that term?
Yep.
Yeah. That is
For mastery.
Outliers, bro. And it's like he really broke it down. Like, he'll look at all the best hockey players and then notice that they were all born on a certain month. And that certain month allowed them to play with a group of kids that had less experience in them. Like, it was like a weird thing of, I just had an extra year above you of doing this
Like,
thing.
it's like if you started school late type shit.
You started school late, but you were getting homeschooled the whole time. So, like, now that I get to first grade, I'm already reading on the 5th grade level, but I'm in first grade. So, like, he broke it down to soccer players. Like, certain people are born during certain months where they qualify for us. Because, you know, here we do age groups. It's not like weight and shit.
Right.
It's like age groups. So some kids are born at the tail end of that age group, and then there's kids born in the beginning and the middle. And the ones that are born, like, with the most time attached to it are always were the best players. And why? Because they were able to put more time into their craft.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just all about just mastering yourself and putting the time and the effort into the shit. And that book is important. I think a lot of people, and if you don't like reading, get audiobooks. I do the audiobooks. I did the Charlemagne the God book like that. That shit was fire.
It's like listening to like
do
a
it
podcast,
himself?
right?
Yeah. Huh?
He recorded it himself?
Yeah, it's his voice. I love when it's their
Yeah, you
voice.
gotta
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. So
And that is Don Jose Ruiz, The Fifth Agreement.
the Fifth Agreement. That I feel like everybody should read that and The Alchemist, bro. And then at that Outliers, it's a little boring and it's a little wordy. So I would say do the audiobook on that because you could just hear him say it. He might say some words that you might not know how to pronounce, but when you hear him say it in context, you'll kind of understand what he's saying.
And you're able to decipher it easier.
Yeah, if you know how to pick up slang that you never heard before, you good. You can figure it out.
You're inspiring me to move on an idea I've had for a while, which is the Minds Wide Open book club.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fire.
Because I have a strong list already.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, you gotta make it like cool though, like we smoking in there and shit.
Listen, hey, that would be a fire ass cipher though. Like 8 heads or 5 heads smoking, just listening to the audiobook. Yo, pause it right there. Pause it right there.
Or even better, everybody comes
Prepared.
already
It's a book
digested
club.
it.
You already read them shit.
Facts.
And then have notes, so then we could talk about what you find interesting, or everybody make 3 questions, and then we'll all ask each other these questions, and we'll talk about it. And bro, that's content too. You record that,
Hell yeah.
chop it up, man. Like nobody's doing that,
Hey, let's talk.
right? That'll be fire.
Yo, so many things.
Yeah.
All right. If I could change anything in the world, it would be.
It would be. Classism, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, like I would just do away with that if I could.
Put everyone on the same level.
Yeah, or just don't be so focused on the next level. Like just live at your level. We need more people that drive the garbage truck and all that want to do that shit. Like
Right.
I feel like everybody wants to be an entrepreneur.
And the thing is, people don't even understand their success in that.
Absolutely. Everybody wants all this generational wealth shit. Like that shit is cool, but all these buzzwords are killing the average person. So I feel like if I could, I would do away with that. Like I feel like we should all just thrive at the level we are, and you're gonna rise. Like you're gonna grow. You're gonna get bigger. But stop fucking. The grass isn't always greener over there. Like
That's
water it where you at.
Nah,
and
that's
you're
a
gonna
bar
grow.
though. These buzzwords are killing the average person.
Facts.
Woof. Let that simmer down for you. You feel me?
That's facts though, man.
Damn.
And like I'm watching it in real time. I see, and it's going on. And shout out to like people seeking therapy and shit. But I see it with this. People are self-diagnosing. Oh, I'm an introvert. I'm a ADHD. I'm this. You're not a. You didn't go to school for. What are you talking about?
You ever fucked with therapy?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's why I'm able to think this way.
My brother, salute.
Yeah.
I fucked with some therapy too, for sure.
I feel like everybody should go.
Like,
we all have unpacked trauma.
See, and that is one of the things. But two, it's like, I don't know the reason you went, but the reason I went was because like I could see where my life is going.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I know him, but I know for a fact I'm gonna be somebody that people are gonna pay attention to. So it's like, I know, like, I've grew up, like, you know, just people always paying attention and shit. But I know that there's that certain level where it's like, that could really collapse a person. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I went more to, like, you know, tackle certain things, but to be ready for that. You feel me? To be ready for, like, yo, when I blow, like, I got to have certain shit mentally in place and know who I am as a person. You feel me?
At that point, you're going to need a therapist on payroll, bro.
Facts.
I feel like everybody should go because... Listen, man, like, it's okay to feel shit. It's okay to be emotional about shit.
I agree.
What's wrong is acting on these emotions in an irrational way where you just flash out because you mad at some shit that got nothing to do with what you getting mad at right now. And a lot of people don't understand that. It's like a lot of time your trauma will force you into a negative situation later in life.
Yes.
And if you don't understand why you're thinking a certain way, everybody needs that. Just go for one session. Cool. If you got insurance.
To see if it's for you.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Right.
It's not. And I'm not saying get on meds, but some people might need to get on some meds.
You ever fucked with, like, psychedelics?
Absolutely. Shrooms. Love shrooms, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, about a year ago, I had an ego death on shrooms.
Wow.
I ate maybe like 10 grams, maybe probably more. I had a half an ounce. A day later, I had nothing left. I don't know how much I ate that night.
Describe an ego death.
So an ego death was like, and for me, I feel like everybody has their own ego death. Like, it's not going to be the same for everybody. But for me, it was like I saw every negative, fucked up thing I ever did in life play in a loop.
Wow.
Like,
I think that is kind of the same for everybody.
Like you know how they say
it's proper? Sorry.
Yeah, you know how they say, like, if before, like, when you're dying, you see your life flash before your eyes, and it's like the movies where it's like you see yourself growing from a kid to an adult. It's all like that, like a real, like, just every fucked up thing I ever did in my life, and I'm like, damn, I'm a fucked up nigga. Like, I did a lot of dumb, foul shit.
That fucking candy bar I stole.
Yeah, that ass though, because hey, that might have could have led you on to a different path,
for
and
sure.
it's like I would like see just these scenarios replay and replay just on a loop. And it made me realize how small I am. Like, I am nothing. Like, I'm nothing to this world. Like, if I'm not contributing to this, or if I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't matter. I want you to, you matter, but you don't matter. You got to make yourself matter. So it's like, what an ego death does to you, it kills all that shit where you feel like you the man, you feel like you the coolest. Like, you understand? Like, I step into a room and nobody that knows me, like, I ain't shit. They don't know me from shit. So in this moment, I gotta, like, live in this moment and try to connect with these people and shit. Like,
Be the person I am in this room.
yeah, like, egos get in the way of a lot of shit. It makes you standoffish. It's the reason why people in clubs, like, just stand there drinking bottles and shit and don't want to dance. And, like, they feel like they gotta, like, look cool and shit. All that, like, when you understand ego, people think ego is, like, being cocky and shit, which is a part of it. But when you understand ego in its, like, totality, like, it opens up a lot of shit in your brain, bro, where it's like you just start processing everything differently. Like, it's hard to I hope I, like, shed some light on it, but
No, I think you did a great job
I
explaining
feel like this is a topic that I could go on for an hour,
Right.
preferably on shrooms. And
The shroom
like I like this, and it's not for everybody. I'm not advertising shrooms. It's not for everybody. I've seen people smoke weed and flip out. Weed ain't for everybody.
For a fact.
So, like, you just got to find out what works for you. For your psychedelic might be therapy. That might take you down that path of having that ego death of understanding shit.
I've done some.
I'm a fucked up person, and all my problems are my fault. everything that's bad that's ever happened to me is my fault. When you understand that, and that sounds harsh,
But it's a different level.
it's facts. Yeah,
I agree.
you could progress fast.
Now, the final rapid fire question is, I can't trust a person if.
They got no day ones. You got new friends all the time.
Whew. Facts.
If I see you when you hanging out with this group, and I know a lot of people, you hanging out with that group later. Nah, it's something weird going on there.
Mm-hmm.
I known this man right here for like 20 years, bro. Like,
I feel you.
Literally.
You gotta have them day ones.
Everybody I'm with, I've known for years.
Yep.
Everybody. Sorry, I keep knocking
Man.
the mic. Everybody I know, bro. Like, and yeah, that's red flag right there.
Facts. Now, before we get up out of here, because I feel like we covered a lot, which makes me proud as an interviewer.
Yeah, it was a good interview. Yeah,
we did our thing,
Yeah.
man. I'm
Facts.
gonna give you here the floor to promote what's already out, what you got coming up, all the artists in your circle, all of that.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. First off, Music by Mercy. You can search him online everywhere. It's Music by Mercy. I got Mikey. You can search him online everywhere. It's just Mikey. Well, I'll be able to plug this in like as a link later, right?
Yeah. Or we can put the link in the description.
In
We
the
can put like the links
description.
in
Yeah,
the
so you'll see the links in the description and shit, but I'm going to just say them anyway. So we got Music by Mercy. We got It's Just Mikey. Just how it sounds, just how you spell it, all one word. Then we got C. Francis. He's out of Newark. I'm going to play you his shit. I feel like y'all going to fuck with that. He's super fire. We got Big Diego.
Mm-hmm.
He's in, that's with 2 G's.
in Orlando, right?
He's in Orlando, but he's from here, though. Originally, he's from here. He's actually $1 Million Baby's cousin.
Really?
That's how I know him.
What kind of music does he make?
Like just trap shit, like hard-ass trap
Orlando
shit.
shows love, dog.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're a rapper in Orlando, you could do well.
Absolutely, and you're fire, and like I'm gonna play you his
Mm-hmm.
shit too. He's dope, like, but he's like just trap shit. Like you remind me of like early Gucci or some shit.
Ooh.
Like yeah, like he's hard, super hard. And we got Sir DQ,
Wow.
the event host. If you need DQ to host anything, bro, this man could do weddings. This man could do fucking parties. He do everything, bro. So DQ on the team.
We have DQ. We gotta talk, bro.
And we got Rady. Shout out to Rady Flyboy. And yeah, bro. Everything else I'm gonna add to the link. I'm kind of fried now, so I'm
So
like
good.
trying to think of anybody else I could plug in. But those are the main ones I'm working with for now.
Facts.
Those are my main ones. But I got a few in the tuck. I got Cash. Shout out to Cash. Like we're still working that out. Yeah, we got a lot of shit going on, bro. It's just too much to even just. We gonna plug it in. Y'all gonna tap in. We gonna
Yes.
plug it in for sure.
Well, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming here, chopping it up with us, man. Really.
All right.
Getting to it, man. Giving a lot of great advice. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, I suggest everyone. If you're an artist, a content creator, or whatever you're into, if you're just looking for a good conversation, definitely check this interview the fuck out.
Yeah, we're tap in. If you have questions, follow me, holla at me. Like I said, the books are still open, so if you
Promote it. Yeah, let the people know where they can find you, of course.
I'm Jorgeh. It's JORGEH _954, and my management company is May 25th.
Wow.
And the meaning behind May 25th is that's the same day George Floyd died.
Wow.
And that was the day Khaled Browder was born. And that's my birthday as well.
Oh, wow.
And rest in peace of both of them.
Facts.
And there's a deeper meaning behind that. But get your Googles on, you'll see it. But yeah, they're my companies, bro. And shout out to Illustrious. That's Mercy and Kojaz and Bishop. C. Francis, Solidified. Solidified is one of the hardest producers, bro, out of Jersey. Super fire. Tap in with them. Tap in with Young Old Head. That's DQ. That's JLR Recordings.
My boy.
That's my studio. I do all my work there. That's my engineer. Shout out to DJ Kaz. one of my producers. Shout out to Develop. Shout out to my brothers. Shout out to fucking Trav. Everybody, bro. Like, it's a big team. We cooking. Just tap in and just watch us work.
Appreciate you for coming through.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, bro. Salute.
Ladies and
Love you
gentlemen,
guys.
this has been the Florida Vibe Directory. We appreciate you for watching. You already know, man. Big shout out to the legend, Diafica Juice. Young Luke on the boards. Let's go.
This is Zanaya.
It's the righteous vigilante Jamar Creek, and you're tuning in to Minds Wide Open. Hey, yo, check it out. This is Namestream, never mainstream. You're tuning in to Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You are now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.